Secretary of State to move third reading.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I beg to move that the bill be now read a third time. 1 year ago, Madam Speaker, the government published its white paper titled Skills for Jobs, Lifelong Learning for Opportunity and Growth. We set out our ambition to deliver landmark reforms to post-16 education and training. Madam Speaker, for too long, this sector has not received the attention it deserves. We do not have enough people with the skills needed for important sectors such as engineering, one that's close to my heart, and of course health and social care. This has, I think, in many ways held back our economy and prevented people from fulfilling their potential. We must continue, of course, on our road to recovery as a nation from the coronavirus pandemic and transition it to endemic, as we witnessed today with the Prime Minister's statement to the House. And we will also need to adapt our economy and society to meet our commitment to net zero by 2050 and maintain our global leadership on climate change following COP26 and all the opportunities that are in those new emerging sectors for the economy. I'm glad to say, Madam Speaker, that our economy is in a strong position to respond to these challenges, with the highest growth rate in the G7. On jobs, we have a record 1.2 million vacancies to fill, 59%, almost 60% higher than pre-pandemic levels. Unemployment is falling and is now just 4.1%, and especially youth unemployment is at a record low. As Education Secretary and in my previous roles on the vaccine rollout and as a former business minister, I've met countless employers who would tell me that the progress their business could make if they could only hire people with the right skills. I've also met young people and adults whose lives have been transformed because they had the chance to upskill or learn a new trade. That is why I am so focused, obsessed, some people will say, on delivering an ambitious skills agenda to transform the prospects of people up and down our great country. Because higher skills leads to higher productivity, and of course that leads to higher wages, ensuring that we remain globally competitive and creating that economic growth, that dynamic economy needed to pay for our world-class public services. As part of this, we are quadrupling the number of places on skills boot camps, with intensive courses from coding to construction, with recent cut of data showing more than 54% of the 2,210 adults who completed skills boot camps went on to secure a new role or a promotion. Apprenticeships have bounced back to pre-pandemic levels, with over 130,200 apprenticeship starts between August and October of last year. And we are delivering the rollout of T-levels with a plan for up to 100,000 T-level entrants by the end of the spending review period, supported by our £3.8 billion investment in skills over this Parliament. This bill, Madam Speaker, and our wider skills reforms are our opportunity to tackle these challenges and unlock the full potential of our people and, of course, productivity of our economy. Madam Speaker, we have heard how this bill will deliver essential reform to further education and skills in our country. Today, we have taken a significant step towards this goal. For learners, the bill will provide much-needed flexibility. I saw for myself the flexi-job apprenticeships at the brilliant studios that I went to see, where they are making the films of the future at Pinewood Studios, enabling people, of course, to study or retrain at any stage of their life with the reassurance that the skills they gain hold genuine currency with employers in their area. We want to see greater parity between further and higher education. We heard that from many Right Honourable members today. No longer pushing students towards a one-size-fits-all 3-year full-time degree. For employers, the bill will solidify, anchor their critical position at the heart of the skills system and give them a vital role in shaping local skills provision in partnership with providers. This will ensure that post-16 education and training is directly aligned to the skills that employers actually need to grow now and in the future, and help employers get the skilled workforce they need to complete and, of course, compete internationally. And for the FE sector, the bill will increase confidence in the standards of qualifications, thanks to a package of measures which will help drive up quality standards across the technical education system. In bringing forward this bill, we recognise the huge importance of the FE sector to our economy and, of course, society, its role in upskilling our workforce and creating access to opportunities, no matter your background. Alongside, of course, our wider skills reforms, this bill will deliver on our plans to level up across the country. People will be able to get the quality education and training they need for work at any stage of their lives in all communities across the country, ending the perception that the only way to get on in life is by moving to London or another big city. From 2025, our lifetime loan entitlement will give people access to loan funding to gain qualifications at levels 4 to 6, whether they are an 18-year-old leaver from Bradford, a 40-year-old career changer from Plymouth, or a parent in Newcastle looking to return to paid work after a career break. We want our reforms to work for everyone, for learners with special educational needs and disabilities. We heard a number of colleagues talk about that tonight, who make up a significant portion of our student population, and looking ahead will be supported by the publication of our SEND review. For pupils in schools who, when thinking about their future choices, will have access to high-quality careers advice to help them decide the best route for them. And I heard the member for Harlow and his comments as he withdrew his amendment. For FE teachers who will be supported through high-quality initial teacher training and that helps them deliver excellent skills provision. That is what this bill delivers. I'd like to thank members across the House for their contributions to the past few months. I believe this bill is leaving this place in a much improved state, with amendments that have enabled us to fine-tune the measures in the bill and make it much stronger. The debate on technical qualifications in particular has been passionate and robust. I hope that honourable members will be reassured that measures in this bill will improve the quality of these qualifications for all learners, whatever their background or career ambitions. We've listened to concerns about qualification reform, and that is why, at second reading, I announced an extra year before our reform timetable is implemented to allow more time for all involved to prepare for the changes. My honourable friend, the Minister for Skills, has led the passage of this bill with great dedication and spoken passionately at each stage of the bill. My predecessor, my right honourable friend, the member for South Staffordshire, had the vision to bring forward this transformational bill, and he could have never done it without the member for Chichester by his side. I know that skills and further education remain an area of great personal commitment for her and for him. I thank my right honourable friend, the member for Harlow and chair of the Education Select Committee, for his support for the bill. He has raised many important issues tonight and every night, including skills and training for prisoners, and I hope he's reassured by my words today and, of course, our clear commitment on apprenticeships available for prisoners. My thanks also go to the whips and my honourable friend, the Parliamentary Private Secretary, the member for Wantage, and, of course, my officials who've worked so hard and have been so dedicated for delivering. From the opposition, the honourable members for Chesterfield and for Warwick and Leamington have engaged constructively at every stage of the bill, and I'm grateful to them both for their work in challenging us to ensure that the bill is the very best it could be. I'm grateful to the Public Bill Committee for their work in scrutinising the bill, and I'm indebted to my right honourable friend, the member for Basingstoke, and the honourable member for Eltham for chairing the committee. I pay tribute to my honourable friends on the committee, the member for Great Grimsby, the member for Mansfield, the member for Warrington South, the member for Bassetlaw, the member for Loughborough, and the member for Ipswich and the member for Guildford, who all brought the benefit of their considerable experience and expertise in further education, which benefited the bill enormously. I am, of course, hugely grateful to Noble Lords for their contributions in the other place. The issues they've raised have helped us improve the bill, but I hope they will understand why the bill was not the right place for all of their amendments. I'd also like to thank the clerks and, of course, the officials for their diligent work in supporting the bill's passage through Parliament. It is an honour, Madam Deputy Speaker, to lead a great department like the Department of Education, which is delivering this transformational bill, and I look forward to the benefits it will bring for learners, employers and the economy, and I commend it to the House.
The question is that the bill be now read the third time. I see there are two speakers from the back bench who wish to. I'm sure the front bench would bear that in mind. We do have to finish at 10 o'clock. Shadow Minister Toby Perkins.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Madam Deputy